Okay, we're back, the Serotonin Seekers, with another book, um, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V E Schwab. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jane.
Okay, so how did we feel about this book?
Once again, I liked it. I didn't love it.
Yeah,
I feel like that's me with most books lately, but this one, like, it really wasn't bad. And it, like, kept my attention, I guess, but I just wasn't like, oh my God, I gotta find out what happens
yeah.
next.
I feel like I thought I liked it more than I did when I first finished it because I feel like it's been like a little bit since I finished it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm not really feeling strongly about it.
Yeah.
So,
Because even when you said, like, you told me, oh yeah, the way you explained it, I was expecting it to be really good when it ended. So
no, I liked the ending. That was,
I was a little bit let down.
yeah.
I think now maybe I would have liked the ending more before, but I was like, okay, something she does at the end is going to save this whole thing for
I don't
me.
think it saved the whole
So
thing.
I was like, all right, I just got to get to the end.
I
And then I
liked the
got
way
to
it
the
ended,
end
though.
and I was like, okay. I didn't hate it, but I maybe just because then I was anticipating it so much, I was like, oh.
I feel like because when I was reading it, I was like, oh, because the way that it was going, I was like, damn, I'm really not gonna like the ending of this book because I thought that she was just gonna like sacrifice her life for this man who had no direction. That his curse was that he wanted everybody to like him instead of just being himself, and she was gonna give up her whole life for a man who was kind of mediocre. But then she switches it on the head, and she like tricks Lucas, or that's his name, right?
I think it's
Lucas.
just Luke.
Luke.
I think
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
or
she tricks him.
yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of crafty. But yeah.
See, I it's funny because I feel like we feel complete opposites. I actually liked Henry because I don't think he wanted people just to like him for anything. I think that's what Luke did. Luke tricked him. Now people like you for nothing, and
That's
that was the
true.
problem. He wanted somebody to like
To
him for him.
genuinely like him,
Yeah,
yeah.
for it was almost like a kick in the face or whatever they say, because it was like literally nobody could like you for you. So they have to make up things in their head in order to like you.
Yeah.
So it was almost worse. And then
I didn't think about it like that.
in the end, I didn't really feel like she I don't know. I didn't like the ending because I don't think I thought it was kind of bullcrap. Like, she made like this whole thing where Henry goes, "Would you do it again?" And she's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Would you really?" Because you seemed kind of miserable throughout the whole thing. You're the way you're explaining it sounds beautiful, but you personally seem pretty miserable. And I can see looking back on, like, sometimes, like, you talk about having a bad time, but then you look back on it and you like, or you miss it
You
or
have like a
something.
nostalgia
Yeah,
about it.
but I don't even think that's it. Like, what do you miss? Starving in the woods? Like, I nothing. I don't know, because you even, oh yeah, you fell in love. You gave every one of those things up easily. Did you really fall in love? I don't think you did.
I feel like because that was another problem because the way that it ends with her giving up her soul or whatever for Henry. It's a beautiful ending if they really were a beautiful love story. It doesn't really feel like they were a beautiful love story because she had no other option. Like, he was the only one that remembered her. So yeah,
Yeah,
she was gonna love
that was
him.
like my one note that I wrote down because I didn't want to forget. Like, didn't want to forget. Um, would either of them really like each other if not for the fact that they were like the
I don't think so.
but and that's not to say I actually like Henry. I like Henry. I didn't like the love story between, I think, like, the epic love was supposed to be, because that was what I was saying before too, is where you said, like, you feel like she tricked him. I didn't feel like I didn't feel like she tricked him, and I feel like that's the game they play with each other.
That's true.
I feel like they both do it to each other, because he did it to her too.
I think my issue with Henry is that I liked Luke more.
I didn't, because I was just like, damn, you're a god, and you're this pathetic.
So we both think, like, you thought Lucas was pathetic, and I thought Henry was mediocre.
Human. Henry is human. You're a god.
That's true.
You are a god, and you're
circling back
these games with. Okay, Addie's not human, but she's not a god. She's not a demigod. She's a what do we put in food to make it last longer? I can't even think.
She's a preservative.
She's a preservative. And you were literally begging this preservative to be with you and jealous of a human man. Like, I was very disappointed in Luke. I knew what the author was trying to do.
Yeah.
But it wasn't doing it for me. And in the end, I wasn't like, oh, yeah, you go, girl. Because I was just like, oh, great, more of their foreplay. This is great. So now, like, I feel like the story's not over.
We felt very opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, get him, girl.
Because I was like, what do you go? You are not having a good time. Like, maybe
you're not having a good time.
Maybe you have convinced yourself. But I felt like she should have, like, done something. I mean, I think maybe she did it in a way, like, when he doesn't want her, she'll get to go free. But I still think in the end, he still gets your soul.
I also think, like, he is a god, so you're not winning this game.
No, you're just going to piss him off, and then he's going to like you even more. And I think you know that. He's going to forget about you because he's going to get bored, and then you're going to do this. And then he's not going to be bored anymore.
She's going to go, aha.
Like, and I didn't.
And he's going to find a way to trick you.
The thing of it is like you said, like, it wasn't like a good love story because I didn't think there was this epic love between them. But I think it would have been, like, better for me personally if she would have, like, given up her life in a sense of, like, do something neither of us could have done. Be happy in the life that you're given. Like, one of us has to go.
It also doesn't feel like Henry really got what he wanted out of life anyway.
No, I was thinking that too.
Like, he wrote the book about her and then, like, did what?
Yeah, maybe gain some confidence. I don't know. I didn't think anybody, like, even Addie, I was just like, I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. I don't know.
And what was Henry doing? Faking it? That was my thing, because he was, like, slowly dying, and then she was like, gotcha, you're not really dying.
That was crazy.
Like, wait, what?
I think that was part of why I thought he was, like, mediocre, because he seemed, like, so...
like, weak and frail.
Yes!
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, man, get it together. Like... I don't know.
I get it, like, but there were so many reasons why not to like Henry, but I don't know, I just did.
I also think, well, I will say that scene on the roof where he meets Lucas was relatable, because I feel like regardless of who you are, I feel like you have been in that moment where you're like, this is it. I don't understand what's wrong with me. Just so at your lowest.
The funny thing, I had to reread that because I did listen to most of this book on audio, and I think this book on audio was a little hard for me to follow along with. I was like, wait, did he say what he wanted in the deal? Because I'm not really understanding what he asked for.
Oh, I had to reread it too,
oh, okay, because I was very confused because about that.
I remember reading it, and then that scene was over, and I was like, wait a minute, what did he want?
Yeah.
And I had to go back. And I'm like, oh, he just wants to be wanted.
I have a big problem with the main male characters I've been reading. I think that's my problem.
You need a real...
Yeah, because I honestly, I'm very disappointed. Henry, Luke.
What was the last one we read?
Before this, we read
the cheating book.
Regretting You.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those mediocre men too. Honestly, the only one who's sticking out to me, like, right now thinking, is Tobias. And it's funny because I went in hating Tobias. Yeah, I hated him. I hated him, and then I was like, he's okay. Cecilia likes him, so Cecilia can have him. But then I don't remember, somewhere along the lines things changed, and Tobias is like so far like one of the best. It's the groveling.
Yeah, maybe we need to read a grovel.
Maybe, but I don't want to read the mess up to get to the grovel.
Yeah,
because even in the beginning of this book, when I was like, wait, he's still friends with the guy he was in love with who dumped him.
Yeah.
But then I just didn't, I guess I didn't like him enough to care after a while. Because I was like, oh, it doesn't matter. Even when he said goodbye and they were hugging and everything, I was like,
yeah. And then when he becomes what everybody wants.
Yeah.
The guy
wants him, which is crazy.
And every time that Addie meets him,
yeah,
he's like pissed off and everything all over again.
Yeah. Which, why would you even be friends with somebody like that? But it's not Henry's story. So
that's true. But I think there's also something about Addie and Henry's love that's a little like wholesome, because neither of them could have just like a simple love, like waking up with somebody that remembers you and having breakfast in the morning.
But why was Addie, where she was like, oh, we're both like immune to each other, why was she immune to his? It's just because Luke gave them both those, so whoever he gives gifts to is immune to the other one?
I was thinking about that too, and I don't remember exactly why, but I think it's because nobody can remember her. That, like, I don't know, but I was thinking about how in the 300 years she never ran into anybody else that had to deal with him.
And like when the musical people, she could hear the gifts, right? Or was it just they wanted to be known?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like Beethoven was literally one of his.
Yeah, I don't know. I also, just small problem I had, really liked that. I will say I like the fact that, oh, this book was written by Henry, blah blah blah. But I really didn't like the fact like she couldn't just full commit to it. Like, why did her name have to be on the cover? Like, if you're gonna go with like, oh, this book is written, but like, just let us. Why is your name on the title then?
That's true.
Like, I feel like just little things like that would have been cuter, or
Yeah. My first note for the book was this is very different from Age of Adeline, which is that Blake Lively movie that has the same premise.
Yeah. Because when I first started reading it, I was like, did somebody get sued for this?
Yeah, I was thinking it was kind of similar, but then it went in a totally different direction.
Yeah. Which, Age of Adeline, we always go off topic, so let me go off topic here for a minute. If I found out that the person I was with slept with my parent, was in love with my parent was still seeming like they were in love with them after 40-something years, I don't think I'm going to be with that person. That's just me personally.
Age of Adeline was a very strange movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually watched it a couple times. I actually really enjoy the movie, but very, very weird.
Yeah. But she could be remembered. It wasn't like...
Yeah, no, she could, but like, there was just a lot of similarities. I don't know why, but for me, there was like a lot of them.
I also expected, like, from this book, like, I don't know if it's maybe because it's been so hyped up and everything, and it seemed like it would have had, like, I don't want to say, like, been written better, because, like, it's not that it was written bad. It's just I expected it to have some more, like, profound impact, that, like, she's going through life and can't be remembered, and then one day she is remembered.
But not like, well, I mean, technically, yeah, because she has a story now. So that is like her big impact. And everybody can say her name now. But I think it was just, she was so miserable. Like, you're talking about Henry had no direction. He's just a 30-year-old man. She's a 300-year-old woman.
I'm glad you brought this up, because I've been waiting to talk about this. you're right. For somebody who's been around for 300 years, she seems like she has learned nothing. She seems like she has no wisdom to offer. She seems like she has no idea why she's still staying around other than to best this fucking god who
And that's why I said it's foreplay. I wasn't, she didn't do nothing with that.
like, what are you staying around for other than art, I guess, and inspiring art and being an idea that she keeps saying? But it's like, it seems more trouble than it's worth. I'm not going to lie to you. Because every day you have to find somewhere to live.
Well, now
you can't have a job.
Now she doesn't. Now she has a man.
A man that bought her a house.
Yeah, he bought her a house, so she doesn't have to live in the forest anymore.
You have to steal everything that
and
you own.
I was very confused. Did Luke look that way because of Henry? Or did Luke go out and find someone that looked like Henry? That, like, the guy she was thinking?
No, because he looked like that from the beginning.
Luke.
Yeah, and she kept saying, "Oh, Henry looks like Luke."
So Luke went out and found Henry because Henry looked like the picture of the man that that Addie wanted to be. I was very confused by that. Like, who is this man? Like, is she dreaming of Henry? Or is she's dreaming of Luke? So then Luke went out and found a man who looked like the man that she was dreaming of to make a deal with?
I don't know. I don't know if it went that 4D chess.
I'm confused.
But I was kind of like wondering why they looked alike.
Because was she dreaming of Henry, and that's why Luke took on the face of the man that she was dreaming of? I don't know. I was very confused a lot in this book, and I don't know if it's because I read the audiobook instead of
actually reading the book.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only time I actually read it was when I had to go back and read it because I was confused.
This note that a lot of my notes don't make any sense, but this note that I wrote says this feels a lot like what depression feels like, the demon telling you to surrender and there's no reason to keep going. When he kept like begging her to.
Yeah, maybe that's the point. I mean, that makes sense. Everybody's at their lowest when he comes, so maybe that was what she was trying to do. And maybe that's why, to me, Luke is just so undesirable. Like, usually he'd be the one I'd be rooting for.
I kind of liked Luke.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked the idea, like, that I could see what she was trying to do.
Yeah.
But he wasn't, I don't know. He didn't seem powerful, and like I said, you're God. I get why Henry's pathetic. Why are you?
Maybe this author just writes pathetic men. I've never read anything else by her. And the other book that I have by her is about lesbians.
They were all a sad sack. Because she was too. And yeah. I feel like all of them didn't really, well, I guess Addie did say that, you don't love me. And I think at one point she, like, basically implies she didn't really love Henry either. She loved, like, in a certain way, but not in the way.
Yeah. I think, I definitely don't think that she loved him, even though she gave up her soul for him. Because I think that she loved that he remembered her.
Then she learned nothing. She really did, because you really gave up your soul for someone that you didn't even love. I don't think any of them
learned anything, because even after Henry...
And it wasn't just she's a good person, because she chose some random man for Luke to take his soul. So it wasn't like, I'm going to give up my soul because I'm a good person and this man deserves one. So she didn't love him and she gave up her soul. She She really
No,
did.
I think it was the game with the. Plus, they didn't even know each other for that long. She's been alive for 300 years.
I don't think that matters. I think you can fall differently for different people in different amounts of time.
That's true. That's very true. And they say when you know, you know. But I'm not getting.
I know I wasn't getting that either. I just don't think it had anything to do with time.
Would you want to live forever if no one could remember you? So would you take the
I wouldn't want to live forever anyway.
No?
No, absolutely not. Why would I want to live forever alone? What am I doing? Absolutely. Because the only reason I would want to live forever is to live with the people I love forever. That's it.
Yeah.
They die, I don't want to live.
Yeah. I think when it first happens too, and she goes back to her house and her parents don't remember her and they say that they don't have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very difficult. And then she goes back again and was it her mom or her dad? One of them was like really old.
Her mom, because the dad died.
Yeah.
But I would live forever if no one remembered me, if the people I love were still alive.
Even if the people
even if they didn't remember me. But if they were dead, no.
Now on the flip side, would you take Henry's curse where everybody wanted you?
Which one would I rather have? Henry's.
Yeah.
Because I'd be living the best life I could have.
For a very short amount of time too, because he was
Yeah, you go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing what he should have been doing because I would have been in the penthouse
at the plaza. And he's stuck in this bookstore.
Yeah, no. If I had to choose between Addie and if I had to, because honestly, neither of them. Thank you very much. But if I had to choose, Henry's.
Okay.
And even if the people I love were like, because I have to choose now. I can't just choose to live a normal life. I have to choose. So even if the people I loved were still alive, I'd be like, listen, we're gonna have one really. I'm dying of something. I got 1 year to live, but boy, are we gonna have the year of our lives. We're going everywhere. We're going around the world in 365 days.
Yeah, that's. You're right. And I feel like that adds to the like. Mediocre patheticness of Henry, that he was just sitting at a bookstore living like his normal life knowing that he's about to die in a year.
When you say it like that, he sounds like Joe Goldberg. Yeah, no. But I mean Addie too. Like, yeah, everybody forgot you, but I think you could have done better.
Yeah, I think you both could have done more with your
circumstances. At this point, it's 2014. Put on a mask, get on TikTok. You have no,
That's true. Actually. Anything, but she didn't even have a phone.
I don't know. Go to the public library.
Because she couldn't write.
Go to the public library and do a live stream or something. I don't know, but there's something you could have done to be better than what you were. Yeah. She said there was loopholes. 300 years and you ain't figured them out yet? Some of them at least.
She's just walking around feeling sorry for herself.
That's really what it felt like. That's why when Henry asked, would you do it again? She said yes. I said, okay, so we're lying now.
So you love being miserable.
And I didn't understand why. She's sleeping with anybody who basically walks into her orbit. Part. She's falling in love left and right. Why did you run away from this man who you could have gotten married to? Like, granted, maybe you didn't like him that much, but it doesn't seem like you're that picky. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like you didn't want. Like, I'm thinking like, like one of the stories where the woman just does not want to be married. She does not want to be married. She does not want to be married. She wants nothing to do with men. I don't see that with you. So what is really the big problem that you would choose to live forever forgotten rather than just marry that man in the first place? Personally, I think you would have been happier. You're judging people and looking at their lives and doing, that will never be me. Honey, I hate to tell you this, your life looks worse. It looks like you got a life sentence instead of just being sentenced to death.
You got a life sentence of one night stands where they never remember you.
Like, is this really enjoyable? This man that you say it should have been your first. It was so enjoyable. It was this. He hands you money after.
I have a note about that because she literally, when she goes to try to stay at that
women's shelter,
whatever it is, and she's like, oh, she's like, I don't have any money, and she's like, oh, there's plenty of ways you can get money.
Yeah.
And she says that she's not a whore.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sleeps with this man and he gives her money.
Yeah. I wasn't seeing, like, okay, maybe the first time because you thought there was better out there. But in 300, I almost feel like a parent, like watching her do this stuff. And I'm like, oh, so we still haven't learned. We still have not learned after 300. And I'm not just saying, like, I mean, I guess it depends on what type of person you are. And you know what? There's certain things I'm stubborn about too, where I guess people would be like, really? You still haven't learned? But that's how I felt reading the book. Like, yes, you would choose this. You would really choose this again.
Yeah.
For what? What are you doing? What are you learning? What are you gaining? What? For what?
At least the Cullens continued to educate themselves. They went to school.
And they had family. She has nobody. Yeah. Who does she have? Luke, who you're claiming you hate? I don't think you hate him that much because you're staying around and he's the only one you're saying. I would be like, kill me. Kill me so I can get away from you.
Because he's all you got.
He's literally all you got. And she said that. There will be you and there will be me. Why do you want to do it? Henry's not asking you now to give up your soul because now you have, I can't just give it up because he wants it so bad. So he's asking you if you went back in time, would you? And you're saying yes. Nah, this seems like somebody wrote this book. Oh, wait, somebody did. Because this don't seem real. Am I wrong? Like,
no.
Yes, you would do it again. You would do this for another 300 years, 400 years, 500 years. What are you doing? I wouldn't want to live how she lived for a year.
Yeah.
Why would you choose? Why?
And who was that she kept having one night stands with for like over a month? Was that
Thomas? Was it? It was like a very like normal name.
And she was like, oh, I've been in a relationship with him for over a month, and he doesn't remember me. And
when she said that, I was because Luke asked her too, how long have you been in a relationship or something? I was like, I don't think this is a relationship. Like, I don't know how I would feel about that. Like, if I was a person who was okay with having one night stands, and I'm thinking I'm having a one night stand, but this person has been in my bed for
a month,
I don't know how I would feel about that.
I think this is something we have to ask our coworker tomorrow. Because we need a man's perspective if that's weird to find out that a woman.
I already know his answer because he gives very basic male responses.
So he wouldn't care.
I don't think I think because I think you have to ask different men. Like, remember how like we had that conversation like months and months back when I had a therapist.
Oh,
and the therapist said like, well, if you talk to men in the same locker room, you're gonna get the same response. Funny,
I was thinking about that literally on Friday because I was stuck in the office with all the men, and I was like, damn, it's been a while since like the conversation has gone like this, and I was like, oh well, it's birds of a feather flock together.
And honestly, my therapist, I had a lot of issues with her, but that one makes sense. Like, if you talk to men in the same locker room, you're gonna hear the same answer.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, some men probably would think that that's strange.
Well, yeah, because it's like anything.
I think some men also would feel bad.
Feel bad? What do you mean? In what way?
Because like they don't remember her, and they've been sleeping with this woman for like a month.
I think if they had feelings like for her, yeah. Like, I don't think I would. I think it depends.
Because if you think every day that this is something that's budding, and because some people are different. Sometimes when you do feel like a connection is budding, you do sleep with them, I guess, the first time you meet them or whatever. So if you feel like this is gonna go somewhere, like you do like her, I think you would feel bad.
I don't think I would feel bad because you're doing this to yourself.
That's true.
It's not like I'm doing something to you.
That's true.
You're doing this and I can't remember. You know I can't remember.
Do you think it would feel violating?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Would they feel violated? Like, I'm thinking you're a stranger. I'm thinking, like, just think of anything about insecurities or about this, or if you don't want, and you're thinking you're bringing someone brand new, but this person has seen you every single day for X amount of time without your consent. That seems like, I don't know, like,
yeah,
crossing some type of boundary or.
But it also feels like she kind of just always.
She does.
Like
when she was going through Henry's stuff.
Yeah, she goes through people's stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I thought going through his stuff was worse. That's what I'm saying. Like, she's much more comfortable, although he did leave a stranger in his home, but she's much more comfortable than.
Because she thinks everybody will forget everything.
But she also, like, knows them. Like, she knows what they'll say next. She knows. Whereas, like, you're not a stranger. I'm thinking you don't know me.
No, you're right. That is weird.
Yeah, I'm thinking you don't know me. I'm hanging out with you, obviously, because I don't. I mean, yeah, in some sense, maybe some people, but if I'm just thinking about it in the sense of like, oh, she's having one night stand, so I'm thinking these people don't want a connection. They want somebody that doesn't know them, and they don't know them. But this person knows you. They're coming back every night to see you. You just don't know that. I feel like it's a violation.
That's creepy now that you said it like that. They're coming back every night and you just don't know.
Yeah. Like, it's like if you're having a bad day and you just want to talk to a stranger.
Yeah, sometimes that's a lot easier.
But this person knows you.
Yeah, and you've been having 30 bad days.
You're looking into this person's face thinking like they don't know you. They don't know what your body looks like. They know you're talking to them and they know the freckle on your butt cheek.
That's true.
Like, I don't know. It just seemed like an invade. Like when she was, I was like, this seems wrong.
Yeah.
Well, it's wrong too because they don't remember her. They don't remember sleeping with that person.
And they're never going to.
No. They also don't remember that they've had sex maybe 100 times with this person. Maybe they only had sex once before her. Oh my God.
Now thinking about that sounds so terrible.
When they meet a new partner, they don't know about this person or themselves. Does the body remember? Muscle memory? Does they're thinking maybe they're thinking they're not that experienced. Maybe they.
This sounds like date rape.
It is. It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know what you're saying. Oh, we need to talk to her. I know what the coworker is gonna say.
Yeah.
But some men feel things that I think they would feel violated too because it is violating.
Yeah. Well, she also didn't just sleep with men.
Yeah, no, there's not. She's Sam.
Yeah.
And she said, every night she says the same thing. How many nights did you do this?
I'm also curious though, like I guess she would be like bisexual, right? Because they never actually said it in the book. They say it for Henry in the book that he's just attracted to like a person. But they never like address her sexuality. So I'm curious if like she was always that way and maybe that's why she didn't want to be married and she wasn't sure.
But she likes men now.
That's true. That's true.
And that's all I'm saying is it doesn't seem like it's a problem now. So when Henry asks you, would you go back in time now that you know you're okay with men? Would you do it?
Now that you've experienced a woman.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like most people in this book just didn't care.
Her sexuality was, and granted, you don't always have to address your sexuality, but I feel like in a character study where you're talking about a woman that's been alive for 300 years, I'm kind of curious if that's why she didn't want to marry this man, or if she just got bored and decided, hey, let me sleep with a woman, or how it came about, because you're born in the 1600s, so that's clearly not okay. Then that's true. That's true. I'm just curious. That's all. I would have liked a little bit more information. Not that you always have to address sexuality, but
I don't know. I just felt for someone so, well, maybe that was the big thing, is she just wanted to be able to do whatever the hell she wanted, whenever the hell she wanted, and having a husband,
and that's what
would
she got.
that style. So
she did get to do whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted.
Yeah. Lucky she was pretty though, because imagine she was forgettable and ugly, and she wouldn't have gotten anywhere.
At one point, he does make her like old.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like this whole time.
Yeah.
Because the only reason she got anywhere was because of her looks.
It's true.
She probably would have went back and changed that answer if
she was ugly.
If she wasn't attractive.
Yeah. Did you like the jumping around in the timelines, or do you think that was confusing?
I don't think it was as confusing as it can be sometimes. I just think a lot of it was unnecessary.
Yeah, I agree. There was a lot of points, because you were talking about how some of it didn't really, like, it didn't need to be in it.
No.
And I think a lot of the flashbacks were
I think a lot of the flashbacks did not need to be there. Some of them, yeah, but not all of them.
If you did choose to be in Addie's position, would you go back to see your family 50 years later?
Yeah, I mean, no, I probably would pop up on them every day. Every day. certain family members, not all of my family members. It's either
an all or nothing.
Yeah, like I wouldn't disappear for 50 years and come back late. No,
I think you'd either have to go every day.
Yeah, like once a week or something.
Or never again.
They don't remember you. So I'd pop up in the grocery store. I'd pop up, just check on how things are going.
I also feel like her knowing how it works and all that, she used it very stupidly. Like, just going into your old house, like, of course they're gonna flip their shit when there's a stranger in there.
Yeah.
But, like, if you play it, like, a little bit better, like...
Well, the first time she went in, she didn't know, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. She definitely could have done it better. Like, be at the, out there selling lemons one day. Check on, sell some bread. So, like, they don't remember you. So you could just be that random.
That's true. I mean, you could have income, although she can't keep anything, can she? Is that part of it?
See, that's the part that was confusing to me, because something I guess she could only keep what he wanted her to keep, which why?
Well, because she also still had that book, and she tried to return the book for another book.
Yeah, that's why. I guess, like, the problem is like writing flaws.
And why not just go to a library?
Because then she wouldn't have met Henry.
One of my notes says the section where Henry's years are passing him by is so relatable, because he was just, it felt like, what's the right way to say it? Where he's just watching his life pass by him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another thing, is if you are having that feeling and then you get just 1 year to live and you still are just like...
See, I think the author just didn't write it, like, not bad, but because he's explaining at one point where B would have said, like, oh, he's always doing, he was like, at one point they say he was trying to cram so many things into such little time, because it just was like,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about, where it feels like it's not written well.
Yeah,
like the ideas are there.
Yeah.
And I mean, no shade, because
but
I
maybe
can't write
that's
a book,
but then again, but that's the thing, is maybe that's what brought him joy.
Yeah,
was just the simple life of working in the first of all, working in the book shop is a dream. Like, I would love to work in a book shop.
That's true.
So, but and especially he is a man, which I'm not trying to like generalize, but there are men who are just happy with quiet, simple lives. Like, so maybe, traveling to Mount Everest wasn't his thing. Traveling to big parties, not his thing. Maybe the life he was basing, but maybe because the problem is what he really wanted. Luke tricked him, so he couldn't have it. He probably wanted a quiet life working in the bookshop with somebody to love him, and that was it. But that part of somebody to love him, he couldn't do.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that part where he freaks out at the movies because he feels like life is just passing him by because he's watching a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my notes aren't really notes.
Well, I once again just would like to tell everybody I did not take any. I wrote one thing down.
Do you think these deals were selfish?
Selfish? No, I don't think Henry saying he wants to be loved for himself is selfish. What was Addie's actual thing? She wanted freedom.
I don't remember, actually.
I think she wanted freedom. I don't think that's selfish. They didn't think about the consequences, but I don't think.
The quote where she says, "You don't notice history around you while it's happening." Um, I thought that was like, I don't know, because I feel like when you're alive for 300 years, at some point you do start to recognize that, this is different. This is probably something important that's happening right now. It just feels like, because even I've only been around for 31 years, and I can tell when something big happens and it's like, oh yeah, we are witnessing history happen right here. And it just seemed like she didn't really care, which I think made her even more like, what are you doing this for? Like, you're not, nobody in your life remembers you. You can't have any loved ones, and you don't like care what's happening around you for any history to be preserved within you. I don't know. It was just something else that added to like.
No, I get what you're saying. It goes back to just me saying, like, why would you wanna? This doesn't seem like the life for you.
I wrote.
You know what's funny? I'm thinking, like, she probably would have been happier with Henry's gift, and Henry probably would have been happier with her gift.
Yeah, because honestly, it gave them like those fears of what each other had.
Yeah.
I wrote the relationship with the demon is like giving dark romance vibes.
Oh, it definitely. That's why I said I saw what the author was trying to do. It wasn't happening for me.
No, do you think that if you were on the roof as Henry, you would have taken a deal with a?
No, I'm not giving my soul for anybody. That's mine.
Okay. All right. Even at your lowest?
Yeah, no. You?
I think at my lowest,
no.
Like my breaking.
Nope. Because that's the thing, is you always have that.
You always have your soul?
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got. Even at my lowest.
Even if it's like kill yourself or your soul?
What do you mean? The only reason I haven't killed myself sometimes is because of my soul.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Like that I mean, that, when
it also feels like they were very empty. Maybe that's also what we were reading, is that like, yeah, they made these deals because their souls are gone, or like promised to him. Like,
yeah.
they can never be like full.
Well, that's what I was wondering too. Is like you promised your soul, so I was like, is Henry gonna die or is he just gonna walk around soulless?
Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Oh, I wrote a quote: "Missed him like you miss the sun in winter, but still hate the heat."
Who was that about? I don't remember that one.
The demon.
Missed him like she. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This was all foreplay. The ending. This was. They hate each other, but really, they do hate each other. But that quote right there.
Yeah, and then right after it, I wrote, "How do you love someone that causes you so much pain?" Oh, and I wrote another quote where he said, where she said you didn't come, and he said you didn't call. That's like the you.
Ah, yes. But this book has been around for a while, so maybe it predates
No, but
that.
the other. Oh, that's true. Maybe it does predate it.
I literally think she's living for Luke, like because like even in the end, like that's where she's getting her the most like satisfaction she gets is like, oh,
Seeing her book.
I'm getting one over on him.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, like I'm getting one over on him.
Well,
and
go ahead.
no, basically just that. Like she doesn't get like joy really from anything else. There's no point in time where she just stops and stares at the squirrels eating their nuts or like
Yeah, to be honest, you're right because I feel like, well, it's funny too because John Green, I watched this video. It was like his last meal.
Mm-hmm.
And he said there's only a certain amount of times that you have left in your life to look at the trees.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know when the last time you're going to get to look at the trees is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you live forever, you have infinite amount of times to look at the trees, to look at the squirrels.
Yeah. But I like the Noah Kahn cover of If We Were Vampires.
Yeah. Um, do you think that the demon loved her?
No. Because you if you truly love someone, you will want them to be happy without you.
That's true.
That's
but
it.
He does leave her for years.
Not to be happy. He pops up on her the minute she's happy and says, wait, do you forget about me?
That's true. That's true. But I do feel like
if you truly love somebody, and I mean love, because lust and love, as everybody knows, two very different things.
Do you think he lusts after her?
I think lust, yes, in a way, like not only maybe just for her body of like just sleeping together, but just in a way of possession. And because if you love someone, I mean it in like a sense of like the way you love like your family or the way you love like your husband. When you think about your family member, if you love them, you would want them to be happy being with someone. Yeah. But if you think about like your husband, would you want them to be happy even if they were happy with someone else? Mm. And you might love them to death, but would you want them to be, if they were happy with someone else, would you want them to be happy with someone else? So that's where lust comes in and basically taints that love. And he would not be happy with her being happy with somebody else. So no, I don't think he really loves her.
Because my note said if he didn't, I think he would have found a way to get her soul over the course of 300 years.
If he loved her, right?
Maybe. Well, no, if he didn't love her.
No, he's a cat playing with his food.
Okay.
He's got all of eternity. What does it matter?
That's true.
I don't think he really wants her so
I
well.
also think it's crazy that Addie, for having been around 300 years and knowing this demon and what he's like, how in the hell did she believe that he let two people that have these gifts cross paths without him knowing?
I don't know. Because I remember at one point, too, she was like, oh my God, he can't see me with him.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I was like, he's got to know.
He pops up on you whenever he wants. He knows.
All my notes, that's kind of it. Because it says the ending, she's kind of smart with tricking him. And then would you pick Henry or Lucas?
Henry. Because I don't think it's necessarily, I do think Henry to a certain degree, I need more. I'll say that. But I think he loved her more than Luke. Yeah. Luke was just possession. I think he found it fun. I think he was kind of bored of taking souls, so this one's a little bit more interesting.
That's true.
But I think he genuinely did because she loved him for him. Yeah. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to fall in love with somebody because they see you for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I think you have to obviously love things about them too, but I don't think I think somebody loving you for you can make you.
And I think at the end of the day, humans just want to be seen
for themselves. Yeah, they don't want to be fake to be loved because then.
Yeah. So what do you give it?
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay.
The 0.5 is to be nice.
I think I would give it a 3.5. I think I gave it a 4, but I think you're right because it didn't really have an impact on me.
The 5 is because I don't think it's bad. Like, it doesn't deserve a 3.
I feel like you were good. We were waiting for
you. We were waiting for you to be more. Like, definitely. 100% agree.
And I see where you're going.
Yeah. I see where you wanted to go, and I had the faith that you would get there, but you just fell short.
Yeah.
But for some reason, talking about this, I can't believe that the year is almost over.
Yeah, actually.
When did we really start getting back into the... I feel like Christmas, right? Around last time Christmas, or did we fall off?
Christmas, and then we fell off.
Oh, we did fall off. Okay. When did we get back into it? Oh, probably not until later in the year, right?
I think it was maybe in April, May.
Okay, well, we've been very into it. And talking about that, we did get a comment. We begged.
You begged.
I begged. I begged.
There's nothing wrong with that because you are doing your thing.
And we do have a comment by Joanna on what to read next. So we did talk about it. And it ends with us. We already read and we already watched the movie. So we're debating between King of Wrath and How Does It Feel.
I've never heard of that one, actually.
I've never heard of either of those. We have two or three more planned coming up.
We have 2 more planned.
Okay, so we have Slight Before Christmas.
Yes, our Christmas episode.
We have our Christmas episode, and then, the hand is the Handmaids before, not the Handmaids.
The Housemaid.
Is the Housemaid before the Christmas episode, or is the Christmas episode
the
first?
Christmas episode is
okay.
First.
So we have those 2, and then I guess.
And then we'll probably take a little bit of a break, probably, and then come back for season 2 in the new year.
Yeah, in the new year.
So those will be our last 2 episodes of the year.
Yeah. And then, I don't know. Do you want to read one of those next?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know which one though, because I don't know. I've
heard about the Anna.
I've heard of that author, but I don't know what either of those.
I know that that's a series.
Oh.
But I think they're all standalones.
Oh, okay.
Because she just came out with one this year in that series, I think.
Well, we can look. Shout out to Joanna. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We're gonna get. Come on, guys, keep it coming. We're gonna get that merch soon.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's that's what's coming.
You know, if we didn't take that break, we could have a whole 2 listeners now because we got that
Yeah,
other
that's
comment.
and we did. We keep our word. We read One Last Rainy Day.
We did.
We did. It was just we didn't see the comment to read it until very late.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we did keep our word.
And she was gone by the time.
You know what though? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but we should pick a book because you're going on vacation and then I'm going on vacation.
Yeah.
So we should have a book to read while we're on vacation.
Yeah, during our break.
Even if we, our little 2-week holiday break, guys, and then we're back and better than ever.
New year, new us.
But we should pick a good book to read during that time.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. So,
things are looking up. We're getting there, and we're like this close to merch.
I'm thinking I'm gonna ask my brother. This just popped into my head, but my brother does play like the piano. I'm like, he needs to make us a jingle.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good idea.
We need a jingle.
We can have like an opener.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Oh, and we need somebody sponsor us. We're going to Chili's tomorrow for Wicked.
We're going to Chili's. We go to Outback all the time. But yes, tomorrow we're going to Chili's before we go to see Wicked for Good. We're debating if we should do a Wicked podcast, but
I think we should decide after we see it.
Yeah.
Because if we have a lot to say, we could.
Yeah, that's
But I think if we don't have a lot to say,
I feel like we should have done a podcast after Together.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that movie yet and you like weird things, go see that movie together because, well, it's not in theaters anymore, but that movie was crazy.
It's actually not on streaming really either because I tried to suggest somebody watch it recently and I tried to look up like where they could watch it and
I saw it somewhere. I don't remember where because I almost was like, maybe it was Fandango because I get like Fandango at home because I get coupons for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I wanted to watch it again, and I was like, no, I don't. I don't even know why. Why I'm thinking that I do. My stomach was nauseous.
My stomach was clenched the whole way home.
Yeah. It was sick and I'm getting the chills.
Yeah.
I'm getting the chills.
If you like scary movies that are weird, definitely.
Yeah, like, and it's not like so scary like a ghost. Even though it kind of...
but I feel like people that like scary movies that say nothing scares them, watch this movie, because this one...
You'll be scared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like a regular...
It'll get you thinking.
But, yeah, so maybe comment if you want us to do a Wicked podcast.
Yeah, and comment quickly to all our listeners. This isn't even coming out. You're right, actually.
If we did do a Wicked podcast, it would probably come out before this one.
Yeah, you'll know. So, we may or may not.
If there is an episode before this one, go watch it.
Yeah.
It'll be on Wicked.
Yeah. But yeah.
I feel like we should do it just because it's such a moment right now.
Yeah.
Like, I've been seeing everything.
Yeah.
About it.
No, that's true. But I think we just have to see, you're right, how we feel after, because sometimes after movies we're like shot. And we're like, I'll see you tomorrow. So I guess we'll see how we feel, especially after 2 drinks.
That's true.
Because the TikToks have been saying that those drinks are pretty strong. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, you haven't seen everybody acting crazy?
No.
Yeah.
I thought that was after like multiple though.
I don't know. It looks like they have one of each and they're crazy, but maybe they're just exaggerating.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. If you made it this far, appreciate you to our 1, maybe 2 listeners.
You still hanging in there to our first listener?